This gets said on the app all the time, but I feel like it has to be said again. Men are not dumb. Men are not stupid. You're just being manipulated. I just saw a TikTok of a woman who said that she caught her husband cheating, but they'd had the perfect relationship. There were never any red flags. Although there had been an incident like the year before, but it wasn't infidelity. He's just dumb because he's a man. Men are not dumb. Men are not stupid. You're being manipulated. They will get on this app all the time and tell you that they taught themselves how to code and then got a job at like Google or Facebook or some shit, right? They'll build houses, they'll build cars. I had a neighbor have his whole audio system for his car like spread out in the garage. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? And he says, oh, I decided to put in a new like Bluetooth stereo system. And I was like, that's cool. Are you a mechanic? And he said, no, I just found a guy on YouTube. And then I left and came back in like 6 hours and he was done. So this guy who had never done this before taught himself a skill, found all of the parts to do it and did it. And the next time I saw him, he's like, oh yeah, no, it works and it's perfect, right? They are not dumb. They are not stupid. You are being manipulated. I just saw a TikTok of a woman who said that she caught her husband cheating, but they'd had the perfect relationship. There were never any red flags. Although there had been an incident like the year before, but it wasn't infidelity. He's just dumb because he's a man. Men are not dumb. Men are not stupid. You're being manipulated.
Videos like that are why older women on this app get aggressively protective over younger women who justify the men in their lives' misdeeds, and why I myself am incredibly hostile towards men who attempt to come into my life without good specific intentions for me, who attempt to come into my life casually, who attempt to come into my life with inconsistency, who attempt to come into my life with disregard for my feelings. It is because poor treatment is an intentional choice. Men are fully aware of how they are treating you. It isn't by accident. Once you internalize that men aren't dumb, you realize that in almost every instance of discontentment you've experienced, it wasn't you being bumped into, it was you being pushed. It makes sense to not be mad if someone bumps into you, but if being pushed, you should be offended, babe. If a man doesn't want to be romantic, doesn't want to take you on dates, is stringing you along, being inconsistent, doesn't acknowledge your feelings or needs, anything, etc., etc., it isn't because he didn't hear you the first time. It isn't because he doesn't know. You think men don't know they're supposed to take you on a date? No, they just reserve that for women they actually deem worthy of that. Meaning, if he isn't doing those things, he is saying to you, you aren't worthy of that. It means he saw you and decided that was how he was going to treat you. He saw you and decided you weren't worth seriously pursuing. You weren't worth honesty. You weren't worth having your feelings respected or accommodated. And when I get that information from a man, when a man says that to me through his actions, that's an insult. Why would I react to that with anything but silence or hostility? Please start understanding that a lot of behavior, especially within dating that society has normalized, therefore people just brush it off, is people's confession of how they see you, a reflection of what category they've put you in. People are playing in your face because they think you're too stupid to catch it, or are too weak to do anything about it. And I would heavily advise you to not let that be the case.